Hey, it's Scott here from the Stephen Scott Rugby Show, giving a bit of a review on the epic encounter that was played in Ireland just 24 hours ago, and the mighty All Blacks went down to the Fighting Irish. The Irish played awesome. They were up for the game, 80 minutes. Like I've said before, the only way you're going to beat the All Blacks is play for 80 minutes, and the Irish done that. The Irish really came out. They took it to the All Blacks. I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about 5 reasons why the All Blacks lost and 5 reasons why the Irish won that game in Lansdowne Road yesterday. First of all, 5 reasons the All Blacks lost. The 5 reasons that I've put down here why the All Blacks lost. First of all was, this is my opinion, no one else's opinion, the All Blacks look tired. It's a very long season. I've been saying it for a little while now that the rugby union season is very long. It starts in February. We're now halfway through the month of November. For 10 months of the year, the All Blacks have been wanting to play at their highest level. A lot of those All Blacks playing Super Rugby, playing at the highest level, playing against the best players in the world. I think it's an 18-week season playing in the Super Rugby, and they've had the Rugby Championship in between that, and now with the end of year tour, with the heavy schedule, the All Blacks look tired. That's my first reason why I believe the All Blacks, why they lost the game for themselves on Sunday morning. The other reason that I've got here was too many offensive handling errors. How often do you see the All Blacks drop a ball? How often do you see the All Blacks get rushed? I think the last time we saw that was in that game the All Blacks lost to South Africa. Handling errors let the All Blacks down. And for me, I think in yesterday's game, too many handling errors. We don't often see the All Blacks cause so many handling issues that they done yesterday. Another reason I think the All Blacks lost yesterday was the high ball aerial attack that Ireland put the All Blacks under pressure. Having Damian McKenzie at fullback, I'm a big fan of it, but the only kind of negative thing that I see with Damian McKenzie playing at fullback is he's not a tall player. Those aerial attacks that teams put on the All Blacks, he's not the best to get up there and take those balls, but watch out if he does catch that ball and he's going to run it back at you. It's a good night nurse for most teams who try and do that, but I think we lost it in that department yesterday. Our wingers weren't taking those high balls, our centres weren't taking those high balls nice and clean and crisp. That's another reason I think that the All Blacks lost the game for themselves yesterday. One other personal choice that I think the reason the All Blacks weren't able to win that game yesterday is I know Sonny Bill Williams is currently injured and not available for the All Blacks. To me, you really need an X-factor player who has something special, and one thing that Sonny Bill Williams has that is special is that when he has ball in hand offensively and he's running at a line of defence, he's not just going to draw one-on-one situations. He's going to draw, in most cases, 2 or 3 defensive players coming at him at the same time. And for me, not having Sonny Bill in there, that kind of caused us to not win that game, even though we know that he's not here, he's unavailable, he's got those injuries. But me personally, I'd really like to see Sonny in the World Cup next year, fit, ready to go. But for me, that was another reason I think that the All Blacks struggled a little bit yesterday. Another reason I think the All Blacks lost that game yesterday was the rotation policy, I'm coming back again to that of tired All Blacks players, but the rotation policy had a huge effect on player burnout. When I say that, I think the All Blacks, and as you do, you stick with the form players, and a lot of our, one player in particular comes to mind, and that of Sam Whitelock. He looked very tired. He's looked tired the last 2 to 3 games. Poor Sam Whitelock, he's been playing week in, week out since the month of February. For me, player burnout was the big thing, and All Black rotation policy. I think coming into the World Cup next year, that Steve Hansen and the coaching staff are going to have to really handle that player management of getting fresh players week in, week out. We may even see a lot of our current top 25 All Blacks play very limited time in the Super Rugby. But in saying that, they need game time leading up to the World Cup. But player rotation for the All Black system, I think it kind of showed yesterday with how that rotation went. The other thing that I think the All Blacks, 5 reasons I think why that Ireland won the game yesterday. Hats off to the Irish. The Irish played awesome. The Irish played. 5 reasons why I think the Irish won that game yesterday was because of passion, commitment, determination, and 80 minutes of strong physical offense and defense. And for World Rugby, for everyone watching that game yesterday, I think those 4 points that I've just pointed out were very prevalent. And the Irish, I have to take my hat off to them. I say it all the time that if you're going to beat the All Blacks, you've got to play them for 80 minutes, and you really need to put pressure on the All. You can't give them time. You can't give the All Blacks space, and that's one thing I think Ireland done really well yesterday. They just pressured us for 80 minutes, and they were willing to go another 5 minutes just to get in there. Having that Irish crowd singing and just cheering their boys on, they were up for it. They had the experience of the Lions tour. A lot of those Irish players knew what they were up for. They knew that if they were going to beat the All Blacks, they had to do it physically, offensively, and defense, and they done that. The last point why I think Ireland won that game yesterday was 2 words: Joe Schmidt. Guys, Joe Schmidt, as much as he's passionate about the Irish green team, after Steve Hansen steps down from the All Blacks, me personally, I'd like to see Joe Schmidt coach the All Black squad. A very deserved coach, a very deserved Kiwi, and I think those are the reasons why Ireland won that game yesterday. The All Blacks, a year out from the World Cup, we know exactly where we are now, and we know how we're going to go into this World Cup, how we're going to beat the opposition. And I think the biggest thing that the Irish team brought yesterday was pride for the green jersey. The green jersey, it says it all. Again, you played well. Ireland, you played well. You played out of your boots. And all respect to Ireland. To the All Blacks, we've got one more game on this tour, and just don't want to forget the prize that we're giving away on the Stephen Scott Rugby Show. It's that signed 2018 All Blacks jersey. It's up for grabs next week, guys. If you have other friends or those who are watching our show, the signed All Blacks jersey, which you can go to our Facebook page. You see it on, it's the first thing that you'll see on our Facebook page. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll find all the details there, how to win that. It's going to be drawn next Saturday the 25th of November. It's up for grabs. It's anybody's jersey at this stage. We'll send it to whoever you are worldwide, and what a gem. Whoever wins it, congratulations. and all the best. And just one other shout out to one of our sponsors, LI Sunglasses, leys.co.nz. They've got a brand new range of glasses coming out also on this coming Friday. Got those Polynesian designs on the rims of the glasses. We'll have some of those to show you, but leys.co.nz is where you can get the range of sunglasses from there. But until next time, until next week's game against Italy, thank you, Ireland, and thanks for putting us, the All Blacks, bringing us back down to